Hello everyone, it's Old Guardian here. In this how to play video I have a real treat for you. It's my complete homebrew Even Control Warlock. So you might ask yourself, okay, why on earth would someone play an Even Control Warlock? And I'm about to tell you exactly why. This deck was built on experiences of multiple archetypes that I have played recently. First of all, I played a lot of Even Warlock, but I have found that sometimes I have a bit of trouble managing my health playing Even Warlock, and I just get smoked down and I die, and that feels bad. So based on those experiences I started to look into, okay, what if I get some lifesteal into Even Warlock? And the way to get lifesteal into Even Warlock is obviously Corpse Taker, or at least that's one good way to do that. But adding in Corpse Taker, maintaining the Even Warlock win condition, that very heavy minion win condition, proved to be quite difficult, because Corpse Taker is a 4-mana card, then there's Rune Brewers, there's Twilight Drakes, there's all sorts of cards that compete with that for that slot. So I couldn't quite keep the heavy minion focus if I wanted to add Corpse Taker. And Corpse Taker obviously also needs some support cards. In this case there are Cheaty Anklebiters to give it lifesteal, there's Tainted Zealot to give it Divine Shield, there's Sunwalker to give it Divine Shield. And Sunwalker also gives it Taunt, Rin gives it Taunt, Homunculi I give it Taunt. So there is a support package for that Corpse Taker. Originally, when I still thought about, okay, how aggressive this deck would be, I was thinking whether Corpse Taker would need Wind Fury. I could have a Wind Fury Harpy, but in the end I decided that that is not really the win condition for this deck, because this deck doesn't have that many ways to buff the Corpse Taker adequately. There's no Blessing of Kings or something like that would allow me to really high roll with that Corpse Taker Wind Fury. Okay, so I would like to play Even Warlock, I would like to get more lifesteal into it. Maybe. What about if I just go with Control Warlock, traditional Control Warlock with Corpse Takers? That has been done. Vekhus, for example, has played a Control Warlock like that. There's even a video of that on this YouTube channel. I played Vekhus' build. But I also didn't want to do that, because I just recently played a bunch of Q-Block, played with the Skull of the Manari, played with Void Lords and these sorts of things, and I kept getting oozed. My weapon, my precious weapon, just kept getting oozed. So I didn't want to go for the weapon. I wanted to render ooze inefficient against me. And if I don't go with the weapon, okay, then, well, maybe I don't want to go with Void Lords either. Void Lord costs 9, so you can't put it in even shell. It's, regular shell. And okay, then if I'm ditching Void Lords and I'm ditching the weapon, then why not make use of the ability to be even? Because then I can draw cards more effectively. I can put in a little bit of damage power in this deck as well. I can put in Mountain Giants, because if I can get that Mountain Giant draw, then suddenly this deck is actually able to push a lot of damage. Mountain Giant can be protected by Corpse Taker that has Divine Shield and Taunt, and suddenly we're in a very different type of game plan. So in a sense you could say that this deck is kind of a hybrid deck, because this has these heavy control elements, but this also has some ways to be aggressive. But because this doesn't have quite as many ways to be aggressive, and while playing Even Warlock I also had some trouble. I was facing stuff like Odd Warriors and Control Mages. These sorts of decks that are very, very good at removing minions. And I wanted to have win condition against those. Well, adding in Rin, the First Disciple, gives me a win condition against them. And, well, how do I proc Rin? Obviously there's no Ratcatcher here, or there's no Dark Pact here, but there's still other ways to destroy Rin immediately when it's played, so it cannot be silenced. One of the ways is to have a fully buffed Spellstone, that deals 7 damage, Rin has 6 health, Rin dies. And another way that I was able to use with this build is Shadow Flame. So I also have the option to Shadow Flame my own Rin to kill it. And because I have Mountain Giants and stuff that has a lot more attack than things that regular Control Warlock does, I can also Shadow Flame a Mountain Giant. I can get 8 damage AoE quite easily with 2 cards with this deck. Furthermore, the deck has all sorts of control tools and combo protection disruption. I have weapon removal, I have Demonic Project, I can turn stuff into other things. I have Skulking Geist, I can take away Naturalizes and such things from druids. But I have one copy of Silence too, so if I take away Naturalizes, they play Hakar, I can silence Hakar, for example, or Megatoon. So that is how this deck came to be. Trying to build an Even Warlock that would not be as vulnerable to Decks that are very good at removing minions, or decks that are very good at going face. And also trying to build Control Warlock that would not be vulnerable to weapon removal, and not so dependent on getting those Void Lords on the board. And I've had a great time with this deck. This deck has been splendid. I'm currently at 72% win rate with this. Obviously I started a bit low because I had been losing a lot before I built this, but still, the deck is performing extremely well in the current meta. No one sees it coming. It looks like a regular even Warlock, which makes people play wrong against it, because they play against it like they would play against an even Warlock, but it's actually not. Just overall very solid deck. I would highly recommend this build. I mean, I believe you can climb to Legend with this easily right now. And it's also a lot of fun to play. As for the mulligans with this deck, well, you want to know whether you're going to be the one who's attacking or the one who's defending. If you're up against something like a priest, then you want to look for a mountain giant. You want to be able to hit them in the face. If you're up against something like hunter or paladin, mountain giant is still a good keep, but then you're also looking for more defensive tools. Corpse takers, homunculi, doomsayers, defiles. And if you're up against something like a mage or warrior that could be very fatigue oriented, then you would keep Rin in the mulligan as well. Overall, this deck has been the most fun I have had in Hearthstone for a while, and I hope that you will also find good success with this one. If you enjoy this content, then please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. Optionally, you can also support the channel as a paid member on YouTube. And now, let's go take a look at Even Control Warlock in action. With these cards. Another Spring Paw on 1 opener. I think I'll Doomsayer on 2, I believe it's going to stick. I was thinking of switching to Even Warlock. Even Warlock is not doing very well right now. I don't think it's worth it. I think we... Master's Call. Awkward. Alright, play the homunculus. Let's see. But now he should always have a good turn. He has so many cards. And he's just Master's Called. Could even be some kind of Scavenging Hyena turn. Although 4 mana is not that much for it. So that actually isn't very strong. 5 mana would be better, because then he could do Timberwolf Lynx, Springpaw, Hyena. Now that he didn't have those, I think I'll just drop the Mountain Giant here. Not go in with the Corpse Taker yet. Here comes the Timberwolf. Here comes the Hyena. Here comes the Lynx and Springpaw. So you can probably kill my Mountain Giant next turn. Unfortunate. Yeah, even a Flanking Strike will do it. Even a Flanking Strike will do it, so I will have to defend. I don't have a Shroom Brewer in this deck, actually. I can never heal the Giant. I think I need to trade that away. Then Corpse Taker into tap. Corpse Taker first, so that it doesn't lose anything. Could it have lost something? It could have lost the Divine Shield, right? Yeah, there's only the Sunwalker left in the deck that gives Divine Shield to the Corpse Taker. Maybe he now has to choose, but he has another Lynx left in hand. So he can always Lynx, Flanking Strike, trade, if he wants to kill both of these. Double Timberwolves. Into an Unleash, oh wow. And then there's still the Lynx too. And there's a Revenge of the Wild. This isn't that bad, is it? It's not that bad. I can defile and then I can tap into Coin Hook Driver. So I get a 7/7 out there, and now I have seen both Timberwolves and one of the hyenas and an Unleash. Then he's looking for the 30% poisonous. Can he find that? It's not very likely. +3 attack with a flanking strike would also do it. Does he have those tools? So, unfortunately Hellfires are going to kill my Hook Driver too if I use that. If I simply kill the Misha, that's not incredibly powerful. Now I really need to figure out something good here. But what can I find? Computing. If I'm at 15, double kill command hero power, this one would be lethal. So there's a potential lethal out for him here. I mean, I could shoot myself in the face and then I could spellstone the Misha. I can tap while doing that, right? This one is going to punch that 7 to his face. Sure, he can get some trades going, but I think I'm fine with that. Both Lynx are gone, both Springbows are gone, both Timberwolves are gone. There can be Scavenging Hyena, there can be Tundra Rhino. He's playing Big Rogue. Yeah. There's the Tundra Rhino, and there is the Scavenging Hyena, so he had them both. Turns out that he actually had them both. But isn't this just... Well, if he has kill commands coming next. Because I could just hit there and Hellfire. I will be down to 11. And I can play a Doomsayer here. And I still have a Siphon Soul, so I guess I might be able to wiggle my way through to Gul'dan. Unless he has double kill command. Or if he finds the second Tundra Rhino too. I've seen both Hyenas, I've seen all the Springbows, Wolves, Revenge of the Wild. All that stuff has been seen now. Dire Frenzy to make a charge. Hound. That's scary stuff. Kill command could kill me here. Is that card a kill command? Because it's lethal now even without the Hound. I can avoid that by Siphon Souling my own minion. The alternative is to just play Rin, hope that there's no kill command and then go Gul'dan next turn. I think I will have to Siphon Soul my Zealot. He's very unlikely to top deck the Hound immediately. And this one kept me alive against kill command. Let's see. Alright. No, I don't want my lifesteal minions. Well, there's one cheaty Anglebiter in the deck at least. Dire Mole. You say Mole, I say Dire. Next turn probably a Doomsayer. He plays Crackling Razor. No, he plays... Ooh, good Doomsayer turn. 3 mana. He needs to have Springpaw and Timberwolf. And then I can still go in Hellfire next turn. Oh, this is beautiful. He needs to have a lot of resources to kill this, and if he kills it, none of his stuff dies, so I can still go in Hellfire next turn. He had a Hunter's Mark. What is this madness? You don't see Hunter's Mark that often. So, what's the next plan? Because he could have a Dire Frenzy for the Scavenging Hyena next turn. I think I just have to go into Hellfire. We'll see if this helps any. Not even Huffer. I need to tap into Doomsayer again. Spring Paw is not enough, he needs more than a Spring Paw. Every time I go for some nice play they have a real strong counter. Or I'm joining the class post-rotation series. Thanks! It has been a fun series to make. So I have a bunch of options here. The options include going down to 14 and playing a Hooked Reaver. I think that's quite alright. Let's get a 7/7 Taunt out there. We already saw one Hunter's Mark, but there can be a couple of Timberwolves and stuff. That one is not a Timberwolf. So I could damage myself in order to Spellstone the High main. Do I then trade away one of the 2/2s? He probably has another Hyena coming. And he has a Thunder Rhino. Some nasty stuff. I think I need to trade. There's just so many things that he can do here, because I haven't seen any Timberwolves yet. I haven't seen any Thunder Rhinos yet. And that was probably one of the weakest things that I expected. I suppose I'm fine with that. Do I want the Rin out there? Yeah, I want the Rin out there. Let's get the Rin. Let's get the Rin rolling. I mean, I think this Mountain Giant is probably going to be used with the Shadow Flame, to be honest. I think that's getting more likely here all the time. I don't have any taunts left in the deck, so Corpse Takers don't currently have taunt. That's a bit of a problem. They have lifesteal, but they don't have taunt. So if he has Thunder Rhino, Scavenging Hyena, but is Sunwalk strong enough? I don't think it is. I think I need to play these now. If I die this turn, then I just die this turn. But if I played Sunwalker this turn, I'm not sure how I would still survive. Okay, well, I don't mind Rexar too much. I mean, I mind it a little, but I could have minded it more. Alright, we're still in the game. I'm gonna put a Homunculus down there. That will come back from the Gul'dan. I can make the first seal. Corpse Taker's hitting phase, so I get some healing going. So I have 2 Homunculi and a Reaver in Gul'dan at the moment. Well, once this one dies, and then there's that seal, so that's total 4 minions. What can he pick up from his Rexar? 8/8 Stealth, Stone Beast. That's a little bit annoying. I could Shadow Flame it away, and I push a bit of damage. It is really scary though. But he has so many beasts in hand too. But if this picks up like Wind Fury, then I think I have to Shadow Flame it. Can I afford to tap? I can afford to tap here. I'll go for the Shadow Flame and push some more damage. 8-8 stealth was just so scary. Because then it could pick up Wind Fury and all sorts of things. But I still haven't seen any Thunder Rhinos. So he has a lot. He has a lot left. Another stealth poisonous, what? I can't kill these stealth minions forever. Do I need to just play the Sunwalker? You can have unleashes and all sorts of things. It's a poisonous cave hydra. So it's almost guaranteed to go through. I need the Twisting Nether. I can probably live a turn, and then I can Twisting Nether after that, right? Maybe I cannot. Maybe I cannot, depends on all the other. He's going to have... Yeah, Thunder Rhino is coming down now. Hyena is going to come down now. Is the Hyena going to kill me? There's 2 taunts, one of them has Divine Shield. They're at the far ends. So I try to make it as difficult as possible for him to get to those. That's just an unleash. Second Timberwolf. But now I will have to Twisting Nether. Then he will have one more Thunder Rhino left. What if I just Siphon Salt the Thunder Rhino and play a Hooked Reaver? This one kills the Hooked Reaver. But how much more damage is coming through? Can I then Twisting Nether next turn into Gul'dan? Do I need to Twisting Nether now? I think I need to Hooked Reaver and Siphon Salt the Thunder Rhino this turn. This leaves the poisonous Cave Hydra alive, of course. But maybe I can get to a Twisting Nether next turn into Gul'dan the turn after that. Hopefully get him to spend some more resources here. Well, that still dies. He still has a Scavenging Hyena left. And he, of course, Rexa Beasts are coming every turn. Does he have, but he can't play a Thunder Rhino now. Nope, he can't play a Thunder Rhino. What are you doing with those? You already have a poisonous... I mean, those Lixes don't do anything here. You always have to hit in the poisonous one anyway. And I managed to bait the... Hyena. Is this a Twisting Nether board? I could also simply Spellstone the Hyena. I can shoot my face with the Anglebiter and Spellstone. But that would only leave me with 4 mana. I get with that 4 mana. Tough game. He has 2 Rexa Beasts in hand. So if I play my Twisting Nether... I must not play the Twisting Nether yet. Yeah, I must not. It's too early. I need to Spellstone the Hyena. Do I play my Silence? I play my Silence, I silence the Timberwolf. Can this get me to a Gul'dan turn for next turn? I've already seen one Unleash. I've seen both Timberwolves. Another Stealther. And it's poisonous too. I have to play the cooldown this turn. At least that's not area of effect damage. There's no scavenging hyenas left. I get 2 taunts from this cooldown. I've seen both Timberwolves, and this Timberwolf is silenced. Springpaws are not getting buffs. I've seen an Unleash. There's 3 cards left in the deck. 6/10 Poisonous. Taunt. Everything has Poisonous. Let me just barely kill this. But I can barely kill this. But I can push 4 to the face. Or 5 if I don't care about the 2/2. I think I still want the 2/2. I think I want the 2/2 to live. So this one goes here, this one goes here. I'll hero power that. I'll play Mountain Giant, and I push this 4 to the face. He needs to find some life stealers too. He has had Poisonous, he has had Stealth. He might be able to kill the Giant, of course. All he needs is to get rid of this, and then he can use this to hit the Giant. But he has only 2 cards left in the deck too. But he has Dire Frenzy. Dire Frenzy can shuffle another 3 cards into his deck. He had a second Unleash. I wasn't quite expecting 2 Unleashes. So that's put some more stuff into his deck. Now he can use the Poisonous to kill off the Mountain Giant. Now he has 5 cards in the deck. Most of them will be 4/4 chargers. This will just be too slow no matter how you look at it. But I can kill the 3/3. That buffs up his minions. But I can play again. I'm still at 32. And he's at 11. The majority of his deck is now 4/4 chargers. Oh no, charger with adapt. Wind Fury Charger. He still has to trade in both to kill the Gen. What is he doing? So Zealot into Hellfire is 4 damage to everything. This is lethal.
Only a fool rejects the Lich King.
Okay. But I need a way to kill Rin.
We have turned our curse into our strength.
Oh, that's a way to kill Rin, but obviously Rin is going to get screamed back to the deck before I have a chance to do that, or it might end up being silenced. So now I'm being offered the chance to just go in with the Ooze, try to start dealing face damage. Ooze is unlikely to matter later in this game, or I can just tap, hoping to find a Mountain Giant to get on the board. I think I'll play the Ooze and try to hit him in the face. Let's see about this. Of course I don't know the priest archetype yet, but they all do nothing for a long time and then they kill you, so... Not sure if it really matters which priest archetype it is. Now, Winter's here. We got some lifesteal on the board before I draw the second Ankle Biter. But soon things will start happening. And then I die. The life against priest. 8 cards in hand. I can go to 9 cards in hand.
Chill out.
I'm going to hit priest in the face a little bit more. And if I play Hooked Reaver, it just makes it easier for him to mass Hysteria. I think I wait. But this means that I can't play Rin next turn. I probably needed to do something in the end. Oh, it's an OTK priest. Okay.
Unity, precision,
Well, that's a really ineffective way to play this game. But okay. He's of course massively favored regardless. I actually don't care if I burn a card. I actually don't care. I have Gul'dan. Gul'dan is the only key card in addition to Rin. If he kills Rin and I burn one card from the draw, it's completely fine. He can't scream yet, but obviously he can scream in the near future. Oh no. Well, that's not so much power yet. Because Rin could hit into that. Then I could play Hellfire. I will get a card back, so then I can also play Mountain Giant. No, Hellfire doesn't even kill that yet. I need to play more. Okay. So my priority is to kill my Rin. So I could Hellfire Defile. Rin is going to hit into that anyway. I can also just Hellfire an Ankle Biter. Let's just do this. 9 cards in hand. Next turn I can play Mountain Giant and the first seal, potentially. He could of course resurrect stuff. So I need to start getting some seals down. Is it the Lyra that's going to get resurrected? Yeah. He really wants those Lyra cards, I see. How many Lyra spells can I afford to give him? Oh, we're going to find out. Let's play a Mountain Giant. And the first seal here. Hit him in the face. I heal to 27. He gets to keep Lyra, but his hand is full. So making use of this Lyra is pretty difficult when your hand is all full. It would be different if his hand was not full or if he already had Radiant Elementals on the board or something. Now that he doesn't, then... Well... How do you think this one is going to turn out? Sure, you get to get some cards, but... I don't even know. You can find Mass Hysterias and stuff, of course. I don't think I'm that afraid yet. Let's summon another demon. Play another Mountain Giant. Hit him in the face again. Then what? What is the next move? Gallery? Okay, what does Gallery bring? It does bring Velen and 2 Radiants. Is that enough? So infinite Radiants? Maybe. Killing off both Lyras. I have 11 on board. If he gets a Spellstone, there's Lyra, Ziliax, Radiant, Velen. Push 11 to face, he goes down to 4. If I had a Hellfire here, that would be lethal. But none of these cards is a Hellfire. So it's just defile into another seal, right? Spellstone. Maybe there is 26 after a Spellstone. Vivid Nightmare. Spellstone, Vivid Nightmare. Just used to use... Oh, we're going to find out. In the very near future. Obviously I can't leave those minions up here, I have to kill them. Get that 4/4 out there. 9 cards in hand. Now he burned a Mind Blast. He has a few Lyra cards here, but are those Lyra cards going to be good enough? Okay, there was a Vivid Nightmare. Okay, get some extra healing from that. Get some healing from that one too, nice. So he has a bunch of Lyra cards. Out of his own cards, 1 Mind Blast and 2 Holy Smites are gone. He made a Radiant Elemental. Okay. He goes to 15. Well, if I didn't have it last turn, maybe I don't have it this turn either. Thank God it seems that he is exactly correct. Because I have only 11 damage here. And he has a bunch of Lyra cards. I don't have a great Shadow Flame. Final Seal can be added. But I don't get to Asari yet. He might have more Spellstones. I'm afraid I have to Shadow Flame my Mountain Giant in order to play another Seal. Okay. Okay, he loses Shadow Visions, so much depends on these Lyra cards. There's also one card from my deck. Okay. Okay. I don't mind those. Those are okay. So I have 8. I can get Asari to my hand. I have to kill the Radiant Elemental, of course. Radiant Elemental is really scary. So I get the Asari to my hand. And what other card do I play? Add Asari the Devourer to your hand. That's one thing that I want to do. Do I want to play a Doomsayer? I want to kill the Radiant Elemental. Radiant Elementals are really scary. I think I'd rather kill the Hooked Reaver than the Anglebiter. So I kill that one. I think I'm playing the Doomsayer out there. And hopefully I can burn his deck next turn. Because he can't quite go for nice resurrects here. With the Doomsayer blocking the way. So much depends on those Lyra cards. But Lyra it's not reliable. Well, now he gets some cheaper spells. Then he tries to push. He gets me down to 22. Is that going to be enough? I might just burn his deck now. So we don't have to worry about Velen and stuff coming from that deck. Does he have damage in hand? Does he have resurrects in hand? He has a mind control. Well, I have Siphon Soul. It's not like I care that much. I'll just Siphon Soul that. And I'll play 4-4, and we take that game.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the show, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more.